The chessboard. Why the best evidence never hits the jury. Most people watch a trial and think they're seeing a search for the truth. They aren't. They're seeing a controlled explosion. As a lead investigator, I can hand the prosecutor the smoking gun, a confession, a bloody shirt, a clear motive, and yet the jury will never see it. Why? Because the courtroom isn't a classroom. It's a chessboard, and today I'm going to show you how a prosecutor will intentionally sacrifice their best evidence just to ensure you stay in a cell. Welcome back to the audit, the Corbett application, the ghosts of the past. So let's talk about a landmark from January 2026, R.V. Husson. In this case, the Supreme Court of Canada clarified the Corbett application. This is a tactical maneuver where a defendant asks the judge to hide their past criminal record for the jury. Now, you think a prosecutor will fight this tooth and nail? They want the jury to know the suspect has done this before, right? Wrong. A master strategist knows that if you let too much bad character evidence, that is, in, you risk a mistrial on appeal. In the Husson case, the judge actually made a mistake. He let in too many violent past offenses. The higher called it an error. If the evidence of guilt hadn't been overwhelming, that killer would have walked free on a technicality. A lead investigator knows. I'd rather the jury see less and get a conviction that sticks, than see everything and watch it crumble in 18 months. The Indalami sacrifice. In 2026, we are seeing a shift toward visual advocacy and AI predictive strategy. Prosecutors are now using mock trial data to see how a jury reacts to too much evidence. Imagine I have a photo of a crime scene. It's brutal, it's true, but if too inflammatory, the judge will exclude it under the rule that its prejudicial effect outweighs its probative value. A lead investigator doesn't just push that photo forward. We audit the emotional temperature of the room. We might suggest a black and white sketch instead. Why? Because we don't want the jury to be angry. We want them to be certain. Anger fades. Certainty lasts through a 12-hour deliberation. The vicious audit, the vetting of truth. When I'm in the siege, that is in the interrogation, I'm already thinking about the 12th jury. I'm vetting the evidence before it's even collected. If I can get a suspect to confess, but I use a tactical lie, that 2026 judge might find coercive. I won't use that confession. I'll throw it away. I'll go back in and find the physical anchor, the one piece of evidence the suspect mentioned that only the killer could know. That the piece I handed to the prosecutor is clean, it's unassailable, it's the queen on the board. We sacrificed the loud confession to protect the quiet truth. The anatomy call. The jury only knows what we allow them to know. So if you want to see how the anatomy of paranoia plays out in a high-stakes political environment, my Tudor saga explores the exact same chess match, just with higher stakes than a prison cell. Subscribe to the Bureau. Next time we meet, we'll talk about the architecture of deception. We're going to look at why stage scenes always feel the law of gravity. This file is closed. I'm taking criminal investigations.